Hi guys, it's me Hania and welcome back to Two Cool Sisters. So in today's video, we're going to discuss about environmental protection and its awareness. So without further ado, let's begin. So guys, before we start the video, don't forget to watch the full video to understand the full concept of environmental protection and its awareness. So let's begin with a simple thing. What is the environment? The environment is everything around us. All the surroundings, including the air, soil, water, plants, and animals, make up the environment. Plants and animals need a healthy environment to survive. What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is an area where living organisms interact in a specific way with the local environment to survive in. So let's discuss about the environmental protection. The planet is a mess. Not like an untidy bedroom mess where a quick tidy and shoving the toys into the cupboard will make it seem more presentable. More like an overpolluted, irreversibly damaged and in danger of becoming unmanageable sort of mess. In short, it needs to be cleaned up, not just to protect endangered species and maintain the current environment, but to safeguard the planet for future generations. What are the things that cause the Earth to become an unmanageable mess? Number 1. Global warming. Global warming is the term used to describe the rising of the average temperature on the Earth. It has to do with the overall climate of the Earth rather than the weather on any given day. History of the global temperature, the Earth has gone through changes in the temperature before. The Earth has gone through several ice ages when the temperature dropped significantly and lots of the world covered in ice glaciers each time the planet eventually warmed up and melted into ice. Number 2. Air pollution. Air pollution is caused by solid and liquid particles and certain gases that are suspended in the air. These particles and gases can come from car, truck exhaust, factories, dust, pollen, mold spores, volcanoes, and wildfires. The solid and liquid particles suspend in our air and are called aerosols. What else causes air pollution? Certain gases in the atmosphere can cause air pollution. For example, in cities, a gas called ozone is a major cause of air pollution. Ozone is also a greenhouse gas that can both be used for good and bad for our environment. It depends where it is in the Earth's atmosphere. How does air pollution affect the Earth's climate? Aerosols can impact how the sun's light hits Earth. For example, some aerosols reflect sunlight while others absorb sunlight. It depends on the color of the particle. Dark surfaces, whether it's a black t-shirt or a dark particle in the atmosphere, absorb the sun's heat. Lighter colored surfaces reflect the heat from the sun. A white t-shirt reflects the sun on a hot day, making you feel cooler. In the same way, light-colored particles that reflect the sun's light and heat away from the earth can make the global temperature cooler. Dark-colored particles that absorb the sunlight can make the global temperature warmer. How does air pollution affect our health? Breathing in polluted air can be very bad for our health. Long-term exposure to air pollution has been associated with diseases of heart and lungs, cancer, and other health problems. Number 3. Climate change. Climate is the average measurement of temperature, wind, humidity, snow, and rain in a place over the course of years. Climate is like the weather but over a long time. What is the main cause of climate change? The primary cause is greenhouse gas emissions from cars, power plants, and other human-made resources rather than the natural variations in climate. Number 4. The cutting of trees. Nowadays, people are cutting down trees to build houses, build furniture, and so much more. But they don't understand that trees give us oxygen and they also make a good habitat for animals. cutting down of trees and many other things cause extinction of species. Extinction of a particular animal or plant species occurs when there are no more individuals of that species alive anywhere in the world. The species has died out. This is the natural part of evolution, but sometimes extinctions happen at much faster rates than usual. What are the causes of extinction? There are 5 major causes of extinction: habitat loss, as I mentioned on cutting of trees, and introduced species, pollution, population growth, and overconsumption. Number 6. Plastic pollution. Plastic is an amazing man-made material used to make all kinds of important things: bike, helmets, car, airbags, and many medical supplies made with plastic save lives. And plastic water bottles can bring clean drinking water to people who don't have it. The problem is, most of us use more plastic than we need to, and half of the plastic we produce is designed to be used just once and chucked away. This is so-called single-used plastic. It is used to make all kinds of items such as shopping bags, straws, food wrappers, and various packaging. And because plastic takes over 400 years to decompose, that means break down, it stays in the natural world, causing damage for a very long time. How does plastic end up in the sea? Scientists think that a whopping 8.8 million tons of plastic end up in the ocean every year. That's the same as stacking 5 plastic shopping bags of rubbish on top of each other every meter of the coastline in the world. But how does it all get there? One way is through ocean dumping, when people illegally tip large amounts of waste directly into the sea. But not all plastic in the ocean is dumped there on purpose. In fact, 80% plastic in the sea comes from land. Much of it is blown into rivers, streams, and sewers from overflowing rubbish bins or landfill sites, and from streets and parks where people litter. So, why is it so dangerous? Animals and birds can get trapped, tangled, and even strangled by all kinds of plastic waste, such as discarded fishing nets and six-pack rings from drink cans. They also mistake small bits of plastic such as bottle tops and wrappers for food and gobble them up, leaving no room in their swollen tummies for real food. And the problem doesn't end there. When the plastic completely breaks down in the ocean, it doesn't break down completely. It just gets smaller and smaller and ends up being swallowed by fish and other marine animals and birds. The tiny particles of plastic absorb toxic industrial chemicals, which when eaten by fish and absorbed into their tissues and eventually eaten by humans. And last but not least, oil spill. Oil spill is when, for example, there's a boat or a ship delivering stuff to the other country. Like in the olden times, they didn't have planes to deliver stuff, so they used boats. Now, for example, hope that doesn't happen, God forbid, that the ship crashed. Now, imagine the oil that will leak out of it. That will cause so much harm. So, how can we protect the environment? Follow the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. Try to walk instead of using a car. Or you could just use a cycle. Reduce the use of plastic. Stop the wastage of water. Use less paper to protect the trees. So it's up to you now. Will you turn Earth into trash land? It's your judgment. Will you let the Earth suffer, or will you let it live in peace? So thanks for watching. See you all next time. Please like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever we post a new video. And bye!